The sky over Benin did not turn dark because of night. It turned dark because the city was burning. Smoke rolled through the streets like a living thing. People ran in every direction, clutching their children, their baskets, anything they could carry. The sound of gunshots cracked through the air again and again. The British soldiers had entered the kingdom. First the houses burned, then the shrines, then the great palace itself. Warriors of Benin rushed forward with shields and machetes, shouting with courage that had protected their kingdom for centuries. They believed the spirits of their ancestors were watching. But courage could not stop bullets. The guns roared. Warriors fell to the ground one after another. The shield that had once turned away spears could not stop the iron fire that tore through them like dry leaves. Soon the streets were filled with smoke, cries, and the smell of burning wood. Inside the palace, the sacred halls were no longer safe. Foreign soldiers rushed through the rooms, their boots echoing against ancient floors. Their eyes fell on the treasures of the kingdom, the famous Benin Bronzes, beautiful plaques, royal statues, carvings that told the story of kings and ancestors. For generations, these treasures had been blessed and protected, but now they were torn from the walls. Some soldiers laughed as they carried them away. Others stuffed them into wooden crates like ordinary goods. The pride of Benin was being stolen piece by piece. Far away from the noise, in a quiet room inside the palace, the Oba sat in silence. King Ovonramwen did not move. The glow of fire flickered through the window, lighting the red coral beads on his chest. Outside, the sound of chaos grew louder. A palace chief rushed inside, breathing heavily. "My king," he said softly, "the British are asking you to surrender." For a moment, the room felt heavy with silence. Outside, children screamed in the streets. Buildings collapsed as flames swallowed them. The kingdom that had stood strong for hundreds of years was falling in just a few days. The Oba slowly stood to his feet. His eyes were calm, but deep inside them was the weight of a king who knew his people were suffering. "If I stay," he said quietly, "they will destroy everything." The chief lowered his head. The Oba looked toward the burning city. "If I leave, the kingdom can still live." That night, when the fires were still glowing in the distance, the king of Benin walked out of his palace. Not with soldiers, not with drums, only with the quiet steps of a ruler making the hardest choice of his life. Behind him, the palace burned. Ahead of him was exile, but his people would live. When the sun rose the next morning, the city of Benin was silent. A foreign flag rose slowly above the land, and the sacred bronzes, the treasures of the kingdom, were gone.